Today on the show, we talk AFL and NRL. We talk football, we talk golf, and we witness quite possibly the biggest tit ever captured onto camera. Of course, he would be a Tottenham fan. This is $0 given. The gift that keeps on giving, the Carlton Football Club. They threw it away. This is going to easily be the biggest finals bottle job in AFL history. Heartbreaking loss to a Cozzy Pickett goal in the final couple of seconds had him looking quite sad indeed. And the Bulldogs successfully beat the Giants by less than a goal. These are such small margins, but that win is huge. It means now that the Doggies, who I've been saying for, I'm pretty confident like 3 weeks now, would be the team that gets in along with Richmond to the finals. It means now they've got the chance. I have been saying this, I think, ever since Carlton lost to Adelaide. I'm like, the Doggies will do it. And I'm telling you, Richmond are definitely going to do it. They're pretty well in already. I mean, Tom Lynch with 8 goals, finally. I know everyone's got their opinions on Tom Lynch, but I'm telling you, when this guy is at his absolute best, which it doesn't seem like he ever is, but he definitely was last night, he is probably arguably a top 3, maybe even top 2, depending on who you ask, the best forward in the competition on his day. The Cats beat the Suns pretty convincingly. They go to 12 wins in a row, and they are now the minor premiers. Collingwood lost their 11-game win streak to the Swans, and look who was in the house, Chris Rock. Everybody's saying that Chris Rock was there to support the Swannies, and I'm telling you, 7AFL, that's not the case. He was only there to cheer against Collingwood, and do you know how I know this? Yeah, Will's best buds with Eddie. Can't be seen supporting for Collingwood. And of course, we have to talk about Essendon as well. My goodness me, that was a hell of a day on Monday. The curious case of Benjamin Rutten, indeed. Neil Mitchell from 3WA ending up breaking the story. Ben Rutten was gone. He did, to be fair to him, say it was unconfirmed reports, which is just a fancy way of covering your own ass in case you end up being wrong. Which, of course, Neil ended up indeed being wrong, and Ben Rutten was indeed not let go. Maybe he might later down the track, you never know, but that was bizarre. He was gone, then he was back. In that time, Essendon lost a president. It's absolute shambles at that club as well. But here we go. One more round left until finals. I've been saying it for weeks now. The Doggies are going to get that 8th spot. Carlton, I think, will slip into the 9. I've been saying it for this long. I'm not changing my tune now. On to the NRL, and ladies and gentlemen, I think the Storm are back. They successfully held the Panthers scoreless, and Xavier Coates with nearly the greatest try of all time. I can't believe they just didn't give it to him. The Storm weren't the only team to keep their opponent scoreless, though. In fact, the Rabbitohs actually managed to put 26 on the Eels and keep them out as well. We also saw the Canberra Raiders winning by like the barest of margins, only 2 points, and I gotta say, this is somehow the first time I've seen their full-time graphic. What am I looking at? This full-time graphic looks like my 93-year-old great-grandma decided to get into graphic design. Surely, Canberra, you can find someone from a uni to get on like an internship. I mean, that is atrocious. We had very concerning reports that the bloke that's been doing shoeies in front of the coaches' boxes for weeks now was actually banned for life. Thankfully, the New Zealand Warriors came out and confirmed, no, that is not the case. The one thing I absolutely love is that the camera used to zoom in on the coaches. Now they just go straight for him. That's amazing. And unfortunately for Kalen Ponga, someone actually took a video of him exiting a cubicle. Well, thankfully his dad came out and is like, nah. He'd had a couple of drinks. He was sick in the toilet and his mates just went in to help him. Nothing to see here, guys. He was just having a spew. That's it. That's all he was doing. I also like to think that this is what was going down. They were just having a sword fight. Oh God, I'm dying. Holy crap. We've only got a couple of rounds left to go. The fight for the top 8 is intensifying. Man, I can't even focus. I need to move on. Let's actually talk about the football, where there was a bit of biff on the touchline of the Chelsea-Tottenham game. Antonio Conte and Thomas Tuchel were getting into it. I think like Spurs scored an equalizer. There was a bit of biff. Chelsea went 2-1 up, and then Conte, or should I say Tuchel, sorry, hitting us with the classic Mourinho, just running right in front of Tottenham's box, and then Tottenham score an equalizer with like a minute to go, although one of their defenders just fully yanked on some bloke's hair, and then got man of the match. No way, I didn't even know that. And that same guy, Romero, even got in the face of another Chelsea defender and bloody stirred him up too. And then, of course, you saw what happened at full time with the two managers getting back into it again. Conte was so rattled that at the age of like 60, he's gone on Instagram and he's kept going. I think it's fair to say, even though Conte's team was the one that got the late equalizer, I think Antonio Conte took the L in this one. It definitely wasn't as bad as this though. Manchester United, 2 games into the season, and they're already finished. They were looking so good in preseason, and now they have not even scored a goal in their first 2 games. They've gotten an own goal. That's it. Ronaldo said he was coming back to Manchester United for a challenge. Well, you've got yourself a challenge, mate. I hope you're up for it. This is how Manchester United fans are going to be watching games for the rest of the season. It is mental to think that, like, this club is the same club that in the 90s, 2000s, and early 2010s was borderline untouchable. And now for the better part of almost 10 years, they have become Banter FC. When Manchester United fans realize they play Liverpool next week, oh my God, that has to be at least a 4-goal victory for Liverpool. And moving away from the Premier League, we saw Sam Kerr, and I think, I don't know if he's a fan. I think he might own some part of PSG. But yeah, the 2 FIFA 23 cover stars meeting up. I think it's pretty fair to say that that is the best men's player in the world right now and the best female player in the world right now linking together, which is pretty cool. However, we did see some issues with Kylian Mbappe this weekend. He took a penalty, he missed, he bloody brushes by Leo Messi. I mean, the disrespect. And then goes up to Neymar like, mate, come on, I basically own the club. You have to let me take the penalty. Neymar's like, no, shoe, bye. He scores the penalty when he couldn't. What's there to argue about? I don't know. I hope the ego doesn't get too much to Mbappe and it stuffs up his football. Otherwise, he's going to lose the tech. It's not like Anthony, though. Oh, my God. And a really quick moment, I'm going to talk about golf because we had the St. Jude Championship and Will Zalatoris, I'm just happy for this guy, finally winning a PGA Tour event. However, our man Cam Smith was in the hunt until he got a 2-stroke penalty, which really stuffed him up for improper placement of the ball. Another fancy way of saying, stuff you for going to live, we're going to just screw up your whole tournament. 2-shot penalty for Cam Smith. Downloads DocuSign on the range. Welcome to Live Golf. But yeah, that unfortunately stuffing up Cam Smith's weekend. He actually finished below Adam Scott. Scotty Scheffler walked right in front of him like an absolute tosser as well. All this disrespect because the man wants to go join for $100 million Live Golf when he only earned 27. I just said the word only $27 million. But you know what I mean, from 184 events. Anyone that gets on any of these players' backs is a giant hypocrite. You know you do exactly the damn same. When considering the move to live, one can't help but wonder how long Cam Smith had to mull it over. Oh yeah, actually, and going back to Zalatoris, by the way, I am happy that Happy Gilmore's caddy was able to finally win an event. Well, anyway, though, people, it is time now for the Legend of the Week. Every weekend, I get you all to nominate a Legend of the Week, and let's take a quick look and see who exactly you've nominated for this weekend. We got Nick Pope. Yeah, he turned into a trend for a little bit. We've got Devlin here, this sort of Aussie/Scottish footballer, did a good game. All right, nice. Thomas Tuchel's ended up getting a nomination from a Chelsea supporter, not surprised. Cozzy Pickett, yeah, for his big snap around the body in the dying seconds to win the game. I don't know. For some reason, I'm feeling Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea were definitely the better side. They got robbed for sure. And he just gave us some great moments as well. And flexing his muscles after his bit of biff. He's a legend. And you know what? I reckon he can be our Legend of the Week. Thomas Tuchel, you've got the Legend of the Week nomination. So there you go. Hope you've all enjoyed that one, ladies and gentlemen. That one's probably going to do it for me. Till next weekend, I will see you all there. Catch you later. And bye-bye.